do what they say.
As we consider the road that unfolds before us, we will remember with humble gratitude.
The world that unfolds. These guys have engineered the hellhole we're going into. But it's like, oh, it's unfolding. We got to go into the future.
Those brave Americans who, at this very hour, patrol far-off deserts and distant mountains.
See, so he ties looking to the future, being optimistic with the troops in all these evil wars. Again, we're not even attacking those individual troops. It's that these wars are evil. 3 million dead Iraqis, 1.5 million just since the 5.5-year occupation, 1.5 million before that in the siege known as the sanctions.
Mountains. They have something to tell us, just as the fallen heroes who lie in Arlington whisper through the ages.
See, now if you're not for Obama, you're against those that lie in Arlington, all those little white crosses, all those tombstones, all those stars of David, all those crescents, all those dead Americans. They're out there in Arlington, and you get with my agenda or you're against them. You know, you get with the troops fighting overseas or you're against the dead who supposedly fought for liberty and freedom, but they've set up a tyranny in Iraq.
We honor them not only because they are the guardians of our liberty, but because
the guardians of our liberty. They're announcing they're going to use the U.S. military against the American people to suppress the population while the government does everything that's diametrically opposed to the people's will, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence.
They embody the spirit of service, a willingness.
Now we're getting into the spirit of service. Get everybody hyped up. Talk about soup kitchens, then bait and switch with forced domestic military force. Because little yuppies don't want to go out fight overseas. They'll be suppressing you. All the Eddie Haskells, all the control freaks, all the know-it-alls running your life on every corner. Little secret police commissar pimps. They're openly setting it up.
Have you ever wanted to generate your own supply of electrical power? If so, this is going to be the most important message you will ever hear. Solar-powered generators are now available from Solutions from Science, one of GCN's oldest and most trusted sponsors. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving electrical power when you need it most. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly, emits no fumes, and produces electricity for free. It's like having an electric power plant running quietly in your own home. Run sump pumps, shortwave radios, computers, and even keep food from spoiling. Whether it's hurricanes, ice storms, brownouts, or blackouts, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. When the power goes out, you'll be ready with a solar-powered generator from Solutions from Science. Go to mysolarbackup.com and get off the grid today. That's mysolarbackup.com today. Or call 877-327-0365. 877-327-0365. Don't wait. Call today.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden.
This is his MO.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Do you have aches and pains or suffer from indigestion or inflammation? Are you tired of feeling restless from insomnia? These symptoms are produced by negative toxins, but with the correct information, understanding, and care, you can cleanse them from your body. AlloMaster.com would like to help you begin the road to recovery with aloe vera. For over 4,000 years, aloe vera has been known for its therapeutic and healing properties and is widely recognized as the plant that helps alleviate minor burns. AlloMaster.com picks the best aloe leaves and produces the most potent aloe vera concentrated juices and freeze-dried capsules you can find. AloeMaster.com offers products with 10 times the potency of ordinary aloe products, enhancing the benefits of this ancient cleansing plant. Turn over a new leaf and visit us today at AloeMaster.com. That's ALOE Master.com, or call us at 1-800-934-ALOE. That's 1-800-934-2563 today.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the rest of his speech and then come back. I'm going to write some notes and I'll comment on the points he made here in the last few minutes. Back to Barack Obama.
To find meaning in something greater than themselves.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Again, he said it 50 times if he didn't say it 100. Find meaning in themselves through the group collective. Giving into service to be part of the group collective to find meaning in themselves. They take your soul, the New World Order dumbs you down, breaks you down, destroys the economy, and then says, come to us, we will remake you. Classic brainwashing. Classic cult programming.
And yet, at this moment, a moment that will define a generation, it is precisely this spirit that must inhabit us all.
A spirit must inhabit us all. So he's invoking a new religion of worshiping government, bringing in the New World Order, the New Age, that he already said 3 times.
For as much as government can do and must do, it is ultimately the faith and determination of the American people upon...
See, this is a twisting. He says we're individualistic, but we got to have a big government. He then says we're all in this together collectively. He then says, but government can't do it all, you've got to do it, which is a true message, but that means the people getting behind the evil and being suckered into accepting it. I mean, this is so twisted.
Which this nation relies. It is the kindness to take in a stranger when the levees break. The selflessness.
See, just like they start all this with soup kitchens and helping build levees, all sounds reasonable, but really it's secret police, tattletale squads, environmental squads.
Of workers who would rather cut their hours than see a friend lose their job, which sees us through our darkest hours. It is the firefighters' courage.
See, cut your hours. Don't make as much money. Now, that has nothing to do with doing it for a coworker. People are going to lose their jobs. It's going to get worse because of what his banker masters have done. The New World Order engineers, the architects. But he's making that a beautiful thing. You did it for America. You lost your job. You trained that foreigner that's replacing you. For America. You did it.
To storm a stairway filled with smoke, but also a parent's will.
See, then he mixed giving up your job with being a firefighter. Everybody's for saving children. Firefighters are incredibly brave. We love them. But he's, with their reflected glory, just like Bush on top of the pile with a bullhorn, it made him the hero. You see? Same sick thing.
Willingness to nurture a child that finally decides our fate. Our challenge.
See, now, firemen, helping children, doing all of that.
May be new. The instruments with which we meet them may be new. But those values upon which our success...
See, he's saying American values, what we are, but we're doing something new.
Depends. Honesty and hard work, courage and fair play.
All the criminals you've got running your administration. So he's saying government's there to take all your tax money and give it to offshore banks, and then you're going to get nothing and then volunteer forcibly like slaves in the Soviet Union.
Play, tolerance and curiosity, loyalty and patriotism. These things are old. These things are true. They have been the quiet force of progress throughout our history. What is demanded then is a return to these truths.
So he's saying we're going to do something new, but it's really the old. It's patriotism. It's dead soldiers. It's firefighters. Now, let the bankers take over. We're going to use Northcom against you.
What is required of us now is a new era of responsibility. A recognition on the part of every American that we have duties to ourselves, our nation, and the world.
They're getting you ready for a regular Army draft, a 1 million person domestic security force, and then separate Obama's own private army running in government PSAs everywhere, usaservice.org. Private army, under his control, government armies. And what, you're not for service? You're the ones holding back us fixing this country. You're the one. You've caused all this. We're going to come back and finish up with this, and then at the 8 after, we're going to have guests in studio. Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com are the websites.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient. And today, that's more important than ever. We need to be independent in food and